Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. Tonight, I'm going to start playing Heliotrope Journey, Son of a Hustler, a game that I conceived when I took a writing for video games course in college. Back then, the story was going to be different. It would start off with the main protagonist, Michaela, going on a vacation with her family to a haunted mansion, but after graduation, I struggled to make it work, and I ended up revising it to focus more on Michaela coming to terms with being alone and realizing that she has to be careful who she trusts. We can only hope a good night's sleep would give her clarity on her predicament. At this hotel, unfortunately, things go bump in the night, but we mustn't be daunted by its grim history. Let's go book a room. This is relaxing music to start the game with. Thank goodness that garlic didn't kill the vampire outside this hotel. Maybe he has good intentions. But don't walk into someone's room when they're sleeping. Just don't. Okay, the dialogue's hard to read, so bear with me. The vampire's name is Rocolor. He closes the door behind him and says, "Just made it." He glances at a wooden carved poster bed that a young woman is sleeping in. Rocolor softly smiles and approaches her. He strokes her hair gently and kisses her forehead. Ew! Darling, you sleep ever so gently. If your beauty can be eternity, I will treasure it forevermore. A kiss is all I need to quench my thirst. Didn't he do that already? And Michaela's still half asleep, but she's starting to wake up. Is it freezing in here? What touched me? Uh-oh. Michaela turns over and glances at Rocolor leaning toward her slowly. Her eyes widen, but before she could scream, he restrains her by covering her mouth and wrapping her arm around her throat. Michaela hastily grabs an arrowhead knife off her bedside and proceeds to stab him in the forehead. This forces Rocolor to let go of her and take 5 steps back, allowing an already dressed Michaela to jump out of bed from her right. He deserved it for kissing her forehead without permission. It must be urgent if Michaela didn't pack her nightgown. Damn it! I thought I had her! Heh, nice hit. I thought you'd make a good snack, darling. And I thought an arrowhead in your brain would do you in and my heart wouldn't thump. But here we are, surprised that neither of us are dead. That makes us two of a kind. We're onto something. Perhaps I may have been too intrusive. Don't even try to charm me, scumbag. I know you're wooing me because you're parched. You'd string me along to occupy yourself, to sprinkle sugar on my heart to dim my senses. When writing the dialogue, I got Megara from Hercules vibes when imagining what Michaela's personality would be like. But she's mostly based on Shinoa from Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. I'd be so desperately in love with you that I'd let you tear off my neck as if I'm little more than prey. It's no lie you did your homework on vampire kind, darling. What a shame. It won't prepare you for being under my spell. You'll never be alone if you show me your neck and serve me that nectar flowing in your veins. I'm sorry, but your starvation is not my problem. Now get out before I leave a more permanent mark in your forehead. Don't give me a reason to snap out that candlelight that is your life. Well. I did not want to kill you. Seems like he was planning to from the get-go. I tried to be magnanimous and chivalrous, but you're making this difficult for me. Now you'll have to bleed to death so I can relieve myself from my thirst and leave this wretched place alive. Is it behind or alive? Both could work. It was nice knowing you, darling. Believe me, the feeling is mutual. Okay, so the tutorial's a little tough because there aren't any signs present in the level. But if it's really difficult to figure out, I'll consider it for a future update. But the glowing skeleton gives you a breakdown on what to do. Don't mind if I interpose, you little buck. Want to get the cream off your back and see the sun peek through the trees? Here's what you gotta do in fast. Press the left and right arrow keys to move in that direction. See that guard next to you? Press the spacebar and hold the arrow keys to jump up there so you can't get his claws in your body. Your arrowhead is sharp enough to do a bit of bloodletting. Press the enter key to throw it. Press the enter key to throw it. Better aim for the neck. It's the best part. The creep's sword is quite durable and can turn your arrowhead to rubble if you fire it after he does. Make sure to strike when he takes a breather. Oh, you might not want to blink either, sleepyhead. He'll drink you up until you're a mummified husk in seconds if you do. Michaela had a feeling that she was gonna do that the instant he kissed her forehead. He seemed like a nice-ish enough guy, but he treated her like a commodity, like some prize to be won. Gotta love it in arrowhead. That was close. Not very fitting boss music. But at the same time, I like the calmness with a sense of urgency. I like how the instrumentals sound so calm but still give off a sense of urgency. It's like a way to get you to stay calm but also be light on your feet. Well, one less predator to worry about. He's dead. It would have been a fatal mistake to give in to his demands. I was right not to be captivated by him. If only I swore that off sooner. I'm in danger. They want to kill me back home. He's not the only monster lurking in this inn. If I don't leave before the crack of dawn, the things that go bump at night will beat them to my corpse. Turns out I can't stick around for breakfast. Don't ask what they serve for breakfast. She forcibly removes her arrowhead knife from Wokolori's body, grabs her purse, and heads out the door. It just has essentials in it. Just necessary supplies like snacks. Some knickknacks, a couple keepsakes, pens, And bandages in case she gets struck by a sword. For someone encountering demons and nether creatures for the first time, she's very composed and calm. Almost like she's had that happen before. Or she's heard of them. She's just lucky her arrowhead works. Because that's the only weapon she brought with her. The arrowheads don't break Rokolor's sword, but they break the skeleton's sword. Must be nice. This ain't no Scooby-Doo episode. She doesn't have a Great Dane accompanying her. She doesn't have four teenagers by her side. She's just by herself. Alone with her thoughts and trying not to doze off in the middle of the night. Because after that encounter, it's the last thing she wants to do. The handles don't seem to move. Well, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. Not that Michaela can rely on one anyway. She doesn't have a phone or a watch. Though an old-fashioned watch or a pocket watch would have been safer. But Michaela doesn't want to risk getting tracked. And yes, she paid for her hotel room with just cash. She didn't use her card. She threw it out. She threw it out in the forest she ran to. She discarded almost everything before she came here. After a series of unfortunate events. See what I did there? Currently rewatching the second season. Gee, these skeletons are crafty. I was surprised even that I completed the first boss in one go. Normally it would take me 3 to 5 or about 12 tries to complete it. Are the messages left on the doors unsettling for you? That's the intent. It should be unsettling. It's not a luxury hotel. It was once. But rumors of it being haunted and a graduation party gone wrong is what earned this place its notoriety, and it's why few rooms are booked this late in the night. But Blue Swan's paintings are pleasing to look So it's not all bad. Unless a skeleton stabs you in the back. Michaela would be the kind of girl that wouldn't flinch if she saw two twin sisters standing in a hallway, inviting her to come play with them. That was from The Shining. Those poltergeists are craftier than I anticipated they would be. Sometimes they're worse than Rokalor. It's because Son of a Hustler is not a game for beginners. That was close. Good time is just right. I'm stuck. And I'm back here. The moving platform is haunted too. The more I listen to the sound, the more uncomfortable I feel. It's like I feel like I'm dreaming, but I'm actually not. Finally. To me, this music feels like I'm walking toward the light, but by the time I reach that light, there's still more darkness and complex tunnels. It's like a nightmare you don't think you'll ever wake up from. And that's what it feels like to walk the halls of this mansion. That light blue beetle is called a Kafka roach, named after Gregor Kafka. Named after an author that wrote this story about a man that turned into a cockroach. An idea that I joked with my digital game studies and writing for video games professor about is that when a cockroach is slain, he would yell Samsa, almost like he's begging for him to come back. Samsa is the name of the man that got turned into the bug. I remember reading that story in middle school a long time ago, but if only I can remember the name at the top of my head. If I can find the name of the story, I'll talk about it in this let's play by the time I finish the gameplay, and assuming I didn't fall in that pit. He's a friend of mine that wants to be a model. I put that picture of him in the game just to get a good laugh. It's to lighten the mood in the macabre theme. Someone who I showed a screenshot. Let's see. Someone that I showed a screenshot of this room to said it was expressive, and I can kind of agree. That picture is definitely worth 1,000 words. That poor boy's in trouble. Not the guy sticking his middle finger up, but the sad-looking runaway. Where are his parents? Hello? The boy's eyes widen. Spooked by Michaela's voice, he runs out of the room and hastily closes the door behind him. Wait! Where are you going? Am I sleep-deprived or what? The next thing I know, I'll wake up in a gutter. What if I'm not dreaming? What if the kid really is in danger? Am I going to risk it a second time? That's foreshadowing. My escape from these halls can wait. It's not safe for a lone child to be out there. It's not safe for a lone child to be out here. Who is he? Pardon me, ma'am. Are you looking for something? It's nothing of great importance. Don't mind me, I was sleepwalking. You fight diligently for an insomniac, but you will eventually succumb to slumber if you do not rest. I can confirm that Michaela kept getting slashed by a skeleton sword, but she's still standing. So yes, she fights pretty diligently for someone who hasn't slept in a while. The carpet won't provide much comfort. It's not as fuzzy as the bed sheets in the rooms. Was the inn kind enough to provide you one? It has, but my stay had to be cut short. A pervert was breaking and entering, so I couldn't risk sleeping through the duration of the night. I'll get my sleep when I'm safe. Perhaps I can assist you. Surely whatever you are looking for hasn't gone too far. It's servile of you to offer, but I'll pass on that. I don't mind snooping alone. What if what you're looking for is what I seek as well? What if it is? That might prove I wasn't seeing things. Was what you saw a small child with shaggy hair, tan skin, and a hoodie woven with what appeared to be fox fur? That's correct, sir. That's correct, sir. I knew he was a real kid. That was a moment of weakness. She probably should have lied. He snuck into the building to look for a place to lay low until dawn. The boy is truant and police have had no luck tracking his location. His father hired me for the job. So Zavak is a hitman. The father's inadequate parenting doesn't interest me. I'm not sold on bringing a runaway child back to a family that will only continue neglecting him. Call me selfish if you want, but I learned too late that showing empathy for others has a price. Sorry, good luck with your trivial chase, dotard. She's got the kid's number already. She knows his father's not, she knows his parents aren't good to him. Annoyed, she turns around to leave the room. Zavak walks closer to Michaela and places his hand on her shoulder. She sighs through her nose. I understand your concern, but you don't know the father. You've divulged enough about him for me to know he sees him as a doll for him to play with. Now get your hand off my shoulder before I slice it off like a tomato. It's not like that, ma'am. The boy's father only wants what's best for him, but it can't help him if he doesn't know why going to school bothers him. His school may not be the problem then. The phantoms in this mansion will, if you do not help me. The boy fleeing from his home is not his father's fault. Sometimes it can be. You have my confidence he'll take a bullet for him. What's in it for me if I accept your assurance? I will share 50% of my bounty. From what I gather about your predicament, it's an offer you mustn't reject. Or do you plan to settle in a bus where a hiker will find your rotting carcass within weeks? Do you have a destination in mind? A career that's impossible to grasp? You have your secrets. I have mine. It wouldn't be right to share them if your information about the boy's father has a filter shrouding it. If letting you accompany me is what it takes for dawn to come faster, be my guest. She points her arrowhead at Zavak's throat and snarls. She still doesn't trust him. But listen here, and listen good. I don't mind painting the carpet and the portraits red if you talk to me like that again. Good girl, that wasn't difficult to make time to help. Do me a favor and lay down your knife. There's honestly no need to draw blood. Misogynist. Tolerate my company, and we'll get along just about okay. Don't make any excess noise, and I'll say the same. She opens the door and leaves the room with Zavak behind her. And this is it for this episode. Stage clear. Stage clear. I'm too tired to sound enthusiastic. Michaela's exit from the haunted mansion is postponed by the sight of a frightened child and an eerie man wanting to return him home. Not fully knowing what his motive is, she agrees to let him come with her. Could this turn of events spell doom for this irascible woman? And here's the credits because it's only the first episode. And here's a list of royalty-free tracks I got from Itch.io. And play again starts the level again. Starts the level a second time. Thanks for bearing with me on this playthrough. That made midnight a bit more fun for me. I remember now, the Kafka Roaches and the Heliotrope Journey series are inspired by Gregor Samsa from the Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Gregor was a struggling door-to-door salesman that was the breadwinner for both his parents and his sister until he magically transformed into a cockroach. The book touches on themes revolving around self-perception and figuring out one's identity while in isolation from the world, especially when you're now vermin to the people you live with. I was confused about how and why Gregor was changed into a cockroach and was rendered unable to work, But part of me now believes he lost all sense of who he was, and his transformation reflected that. His family was forced to provide for him, even though it's been God knows how long since they were employed, and was treated like another insect that's an eyesore in the house. When Gregor died, nobody grieved for him. They were instead relieved that they aren't burdened by taking care of him anymore, so they moved on with their lives. In the Heliotrope Journey games, whenever the cockroaches are encountered, they are treated more or less the same. For Michaela, she's too jaded from the trauma she's suffering to assess that a cockroach means no harm or deserves pity. Most of them serve as Dracula's minions, so she has a valid reason to put them out of their misery. Anyway, you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.